show you this morning on Daybreak.
A lot of weather coverage to get to. Good morning and thanks for joining us. It is Tuesday, November 12th. I'm Lauren Barnes.
And I'm Joe Moreno, and we are just getting over a nice winter blast that hit us on Monday, right?
Yeah, before we show you road conditions, we want to show you what parking lots and sidewalks may very well look like as you head out the door this morning. Anywhere that's untreated will be crunchy and icy.
You can hear that right now. This is right outside our parking lot, right?
Yeah, leave it to a journalist. You almost fall and bust your butt. What do? You get out the phone and you take some video.
Of course. Any areas that are untreated this morning, you really need to watch out for. And so we are there to help you out. A lot of school closings to bring up as well, including Springfield Public Schools that closed about an hour ago. They made that decision. Those closings are on the bottom of your screen today as well.
My parking lot looked like that as well, but I was extra careful. Why? Because I was holding my coffee. I said, I cannot, I'll bust my butt all morning, but you cannot spill that coffee.
Can't spill
today.
That. But yes, very much though, got to watch out for everything. Huh?
Yeah, it's slick out there still because temperatures are so cold. We are 1 degree shy of a record now in Springfield. It is 10.
Yeah, you love those records, huh?
The last hour we were 11, so it is going down.
It is dropping, and I think we still have another hour until the sun comes up.
Right. So
that record is at 9 degrees, and I think we have a shot of at least tying it because temperatures are still going to fall. The sun is nowhere near coming up yet. Again, we still have another hour. 10 degrees right now in Springfield. North winds at 7 miles per hour. Again, still pretty icy out there this morning, especially the bridges, overpasses, and sidewalks. Anything untreated is slick, and it is brutally cold out there this morning. The reason why many schools have closed, temperatures have tumbled 20 to 30 to 40 degrees from yesterday. It is 9 in Rolla, 11 in Joplin, 11 in Mountain Grove, and 14 in West Plains. So we have, now it looks like we've tied the record in Joplin now with that temperature at 11. We've shattered the record in Rolla and broken it in West Plains. With it at 9 degrees in Rolla, we've shattered that previous at 16. It is a north wind that's putting these wind chills below zero. It feels like -4 in Rolla and -1 in Springfield. So make sure you bundle up. Frostbite can occur in 30 minutes or less with these types of temperatures and wind chills. Road conditions might not get that much better today because temperatures will stay below freezing. Joe, Lauren?
All right, so we have all those cold weather conditions right now combined with a lot of snow and ice from yesterday. It's going to be tough on the roads.
Our Hannah Zettel has been on a live drive for the last hour, checking out highways which are mostly cleared to partially covered. So now, Hannah, we understand that you have headed out to the side roads to check them out for us.
That's right. We are currently on 14, which is a little more covered than some of the other highways that we've been on. It is listed as partially covered on the MoDOT Travelers map from about Clever through Nixa and even into Ozark. You can see that it is partially covered, so if you do need to take this route this morning, take it slow. You're going to want to wake up early and give plenty of time to warm up your car, scrape your car if you have to. Again, walk slowly when you're on your driveway or side street because you could very easily slip and fall this morning because it is so cold. Also, a good reminder to make sure you have an emergency kit on hand in case you do find yourself in an emergency. It is very cold today. You do not want to be without an extra blanket and gloves and things like that you might need. As I said a little bit earlier, the side streets or the residential streets are what is going to be the least treated just because MoDOT has been so hard at work trying to clear those highways like 65 and 13 was clear. But of course, when you do encounter the bridges or overpasses, that's where it's going to be a little bit more frozen and you could very easily slip and slide. So definitely take it easy this morning. No school for plenty of the area schools. So enjoy your day. Try not to go out on the roads if you don't have to, but if you do, just take it slow this morning. From the Color 10 Live Drive, Hannah Zettel, Ozarks First.
And we have a lot of resources online to help you get through this round of winter weather. On OzarksFirst.com, the story, How to Stay Ahead of the Winter Season. Once you find that and click on it, it has a list of things you can do to make sure you're ready to face the cold. You'll also find some links on how to prepare your home for the cold. And of course, we need to keep track of the school closings for you. Several schools have already canceled for today, including Springfield, which called just before 5 this morning. Other area school districts shut down are Ozark, Nixa, and Republic. You can always check those school closings by going to the Weather tab and finding school closings, and also on the bottom of your screen right now. Also be sure that you've downloaded our Color 10 Weather app. You'll have hour-by-hour forecasts and radar right on your phone for that.
And as we face frigid temperatures that in some cases feel like they're in the negative, the focus turns to providing shelter for those who have nowhere to go. The Connecting Grounds Church helps provide people with a way to escape the cold during the day. The church is located at the corner of National and Commercial near Save-A-Lot. Pastor Christy Love says the church serves as a pickup location on days the cold weather shelters are open. Love says all are welcome to come inside on those days to escape the chilly weather. She adds that while you're there, someone from the church will help arrange transportation to one of the overnight shelters.
This is the kind of weather that can get people very, very sick very quickly, and especially with such dramatic changes in temperatures, it can really catch a lot of our unsheltered friends off guard, which can be really dangerous. So having a place that they can come in, they can get warm, they can get dry, they can get some food, making sure that people can see them and know that they're okay, those are all really critical elements to making sure that this population survives the winter.
Other places offering shelter from the cold are Grace United Methodist Church, that's for women 18 and over, and East Sunshine Church of Christ, that's for men 18 and up.
It's your right to know this morning. A former Missouri State Representative and current judge is facing a DUI charge. Kevin Elmer was in court last month for suspicion of driving while intoxicated. He is expected to be arraigned in January. Elmer served in the Missouri State House from 2011 to 2015 and was appointed as a labor judge in 2017. According to the news leader, Elmer was pulled over in Nixa last July. The officer dispatched to the area got a call about a truck driving over curbs and cutting through grass areas in a parking lot. After failing a sobriety test and cursing at the officer, Elmer was arrested. Elmer has hired defense attorney Joe Passanisi, who says the judge truly regrets his actions and apologizes to the community. In his time at the Missouri Capitol, Elmer sponsored several high-profile bills, including one that became law of establishing a 72-hour waiting period for abortions. Elmer was also behind bills that made it harder to sue an employer for discrimination and other legislation tying teacher evaluations to student performance.
We move on to some good news for you this morning. About 50,000 people on the autism spectrum will graduate high school annually, and many of them will be on the hunt for work. A lot of current workforce environments, though, have yet to develop ways to include autistic employees. But yesterday afternoon, a little boy worked at Wendy's to encourage more businesses to hire people with special abilities. That who you see is Eric Johnson. He's a first grader with autism and says it is his lifelong dream to become a Wendy's manager.
It's not Eric's job to change who he is so that he fits in completely with the workplace. It's our job as neurotypical individuals to learn how to include them in our workplace.
Now, the snow made it tough to get out yesterday, but Eric still did get to serve several customers through the drive-thru window and up at the counter.
We're starting out with no wipers on the Color 10 Live Drive, but the roads could still be slick in spots, so secondary roads, bridges, and overpasses, because it is only 10 degrees in Springfield right now. We're 1 degree shy from a record in Springfield. Other records have fallen, and it feels like -1. Details on a frigid day ahead coming up next.
From Color 10 Ozarks First, Lauren Barnes, Joe Morano, and weather with meteorologist Elisa Raffa. This is Color 10 News Daybreak. Now weather with meteorologist Elisa Raffa.
We're starting out with clear skies in Springfield this morning, but the cold and snow from yesterday is still kind of freezing over the Ozarks. You can see the closings at the bottom of your screen. Springfield Public Schools is closed today. 10 degrees right now in Springfield is 1 degree shy of record. North winds at 7 miles per hour. Temperatures have tumbled 30 to 40 degrees at times from yesterday. It is 7 at Lake of the Ozarks, 10 in Camden, 9 in Rolla, 9 in Fort Leonard Wood, 10 in Branson, and 9 degrees in Monette. Very, very cold this morning, and again, it's been record cold. We shattered a record in Rolla where it's 9 degrees. The previous record was 16. We also broke the record so far in West Plains, and so far we're tied in Joplin. We're 1 degree shy of tying in Springfield. So it's, again, record cold start. Winds are out of the north, and that's putting wind chills below 0 at times. It feels like -4 in Rolla, -1 in Springfield, and -4 rather in Branson. We've got these wind chills just totally tumbling across much of the midsection of the country here. Wind chills are sub-0 up to the north, and it's just cold. That Arctic air mass is taking over a lot of the country this morning. Many of us waking up with sub-freezing temperatures. That freezing line goes all the way down into Louisiana. So we've got this Arctic high in place, and that's what's making us so cold. It's got this frigid cold spilling in on the front side of this Arctic high, and that's sending our temperatures into the single digits this morning. Our average high is 59 degrees, and we will be way below that. 27 for a high today. We probably won't even make it to freezing, so I think the road conditions won't really melt away and get that much better. Sunshine today, temperatures in the upper 20s. We'll have temperatures in the teens tonight with clear skies, and tomorrow a couple more clouds and south winds push us finally above freezing. Temperatures will be in the middle 40s, which is still below average, but again above freezing. Wind chills today will be in the 20s. We'll put wind chills in the single digits again tonight, and then we'll have wind chills in the 30s as we head through the day tomorrow. We stay chilly through the rest of the work week. Temperatures do get above freezing tomorrow, but they'll stay below average. A cool shot takes us back down to 40 on Thursday. We're back up near 50 by Friday and Saturday. The overnight lows will be cold again tomorrow in the teens or in the 20s through the end of the week. Still below freezing and still below average. Our average overnight low is 38 degrees. 27 today. Sub-freezing sunshine all day on north winds. Again, we probably won't even make it to that freezing mark. And that temperature of 27 would flirt with a record cold high. That is 21 from 1911 for Springfield. 17 degrees on the overnight tonight. Will feel like the single digits. South winds get steady tomorrow, help us thaw out, finally above freezing. 45 degrees there. We'll keep temperatures in the 40s through the end of the week. Another front comes through dry on Thursday with north winds, but temperatures going back down again. 40 degrees on Thursday for that high. And
Rough looking.
Yeah, at least it's not going to snow again.
Hey, okay.
And there is lots of sunshine on that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is true. A lot of sunshine's all right. Just bundle up, everyone, for sure. Let's guess some birthdays. Go ahead, play along at home as well. Anne Hathaway is celebrating one today, of course, from Les Mis. You know her from Dark Knight Rises. Ocean's 8 as well.
From, like, literally everything.
Yeah.
A lot different than her role in Princess Diaries, but still iconic.
But I think she broke on pretty young, so I'm going to say 35.
37. Oh,
Hey, not bad.
hey,
Very
happy
nice.
birthday to Anne Hathaway.
Let's see if Lauren can make it 2 for 2, because up next we've got, oh boy, good old Ryan Gosling. I saw that eyebrow raise.
Oh, man.
He's not bad looking.
Of course. Remember the Titans from like 20 years ago? He was in that. La La Land, of
Really?
course. Yeah, he was.
Wow.
I'll go with 40.
Yeah, warm me up. You helped me out the last time.
Is he also 37?
41.
I also didn't know he was Canadian.
Okay, how old's
He's
Ryan
Canadian.
Gosling?
You love to guess those double birthdays, don't you?
39.
So close.
Yes.
Not bad. All
Happy
right.
birthday to them, and you if you're celebrating at home. Let's see who we're shouting out today. Candace Ward, happy birthday. Tracy Bloom, Stacy Schwartz, and Tim and Annabelle Good are celebrating a 14-year anniversary.
Congratulations, Tim and Annabelle, for sure.
Yeah, don't forget if you want a birthday or anniversary announced on the show, send us an email, birthdays@color10.com.
Don't forget, sports is up next. During the break, find us on Facebook and Twitter, and give us a like and follow.
now, sports on Color 10 News.
The Drury Lady Panthers tipped off the home portion of their regular season schedule last night against Minnesota Duluth. But don't forget, the D2 coaches poll believe Molly Miller's Panthers are the #1 team in the country. The Lady Panthers had a 39-game home court winning streak put on the line for this opener. First quarter, Drury is down, though. Deja Bernard, not worried, drives the baseline, goes off the window, and takes that lead right back. And in the second, Paige Robinson spins off the defender. Nice touch on the floater. Drury, again, holding on to a small lead. Fourth quarter, though, trailing by 3, Haley Ditzelkamp will knock down that corner triple. She had 17 points and tied up the game right there. And then Drury pulls away, thanks in part to a big game from Robinson, who connects. And Robinson had 22 points in this one. Drury wins a tough battle. Your final score in this one, 80-68. That Missouri Valley schedule never gets easier in the football world, and Missouri State will be back on the road Saturday at 8th-ranked Illinois State. In our Bear Nation report, Dave Steckel's Bears are stuck in a 5-game losing skid after Southern Illinois won Saturday 37-14. Steck says Saturday had 2 polarizing halves, with the Bears improving in those last 30 minutes, just not enough to get the win.
You got to focus on the positive, and you got to game for the positive, especially when you're struggling. So when you've won one football game, you have to learn from the negative, and you got to teach from the negative, but you got to encourage the positive and understand that if you get the positive every play, we're a pretty damn good football team. And I firmly believe that. So initially it starts with us, and it has to finish with them, but at the end of the day, it starts with coaching. You know, you got to coach them to be there, and then you have to trust your players that they're going to execute what we're teaching them to execute.
So again, another tough opponent in Illinois State on tap. For now, though, our focus is what's happening today, what's happening with that weather. Still lingering in double digits, but barely.
Barely. 10 right now in Springfield. The record, Joe, is 9.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
And you think we will get there?
We still have time for the sun to come up, so I think we'll at least fall 1 more degree, if not 2. So, yeah, 10 in Springfield. Add on the wind chill, it feels sub-zero. We've got north winds right now at 7 miles per hour with those clear skies. We do still have some slick conditions on the roads because it is so cold. The bridges and overpasses and sidewalks are icy. Anything untreated will be slick. You need to warm up and de-ice the car, and then plus it is brutally cold. Bundle up. Temperatures have tumbled 35 to 40 degrees from yesterday. It is 7 in Lake of the Ozarks, 10 in Camden, 9 in Fort Leonard, 9 in Monette, and 10 in Branson. A lot of these temperatures are records already. Rolla shattered their previous record, which was 16. West Plains broke so far by about 2 degrees. Joplin is tied, and we are 1 degree shy. We've got north winds out there this morning, putting chills below 0. It feels like -1 in Springfield, and it feels like -4 in Rolla. So again, very, very cold. In this type of dangerous cold, frostbite can occur in 30 minutes or less. So make sure you cover your fingers, nose, ears, and toes. We've got some slick conditions I think will persist on the roads today because we will stay below freezing. Lots of sunshine out there today. Get your coffee extra large, extra hot, because that high will only get to 27 degrees. We're in the 20s area wide. Guys, this is even cold for an overnight low, let alone a daytime high. 17 for the night tonight, and tomorrow in the 40s. It will be pretty chilly. We'll have wind chills today in the 20s. Wind chills get down into the single digits again tonight. Wind chills tomorrow in the 30s. So if you need to do some yard work, honestly, just don't bother today. It will be too cold. A little bit breezy tomorrow. Temperatures warmer. Will be dry. Will be dry with temperatures around 40 degrees again on Thursday. So again, some dry days ahead, but staying chilly. We warm up tomorrow. Another cool shot when north winds takes us back to 40 degrees on Thursday. So a little bit of a rewind there. Then the warm-up resumes Friday into the weekend. Temperatures near 50, still 10 degrees below average.
Up next, that time of the month when Misty Fry from Sidekick Dog Training joins us.
We're talking about how to make sure your pets don't get sick at Thanksgiving. We have a list of foods that are toxic to them when we come back. Welcome back. We have Misty Fry, the owner of Sidekick Dog Training, with us. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, a little bit cold.
Right?
Yeah, I can see you warming up your hands. Who's the good boy that you brought with you?
This is Dr. Kyle.
Okay, Dr. Kyle.
Yes.
And we can't even get him to take his eyes off you because you have the treats. And that's how it's going to be on Thanksgiving. So we want to go through some ways that you can keep your dog safe on Thanksgiving. We're just 2.5 weeks away.
I know, it's getting close.
Yeah.
Getting close. So in the past, we've talked about teaching your dog leave it. That's kind of a hard skill. But stay in a place that you put your dog is another good one. You can give them a mat. So they have a station or their bed, or if it's, if you don't want to micromanage your dog and go through the training, you can put them in a crate.
Okay, that's
and
always an option.
I've had some clients use a tether for dogs that are in training with this, because then you don't have to, if they do get up, they're not going to move.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you didn't bring a mat with you today, but it's the same idea that you would put Kyle just in a space away from the table.
Right. Okay. So begging is really annoying, and especially if you have guests, they don't want the dog's head in their lap or, crying or staring at them, that kind of thing. So if you teach your dog, wherever I put you and tell you to stay, that's where you stay until I come back and let you up. So Kyle knows wherever I put him and tell him stay, that's his station.
Okay.
So he doesn't have to have a mat anymore, but some dogs like having that. But basically, you put him in the position you want, down is a good one, and then I always feed them right between their legs. So if you're going to give them treats, it comes to the dog, and they get it right between. So they don't have to
move to get to it.
Right. And it teaches them, this is my target, right here between my legs. So I don't move off of this spot.
Okay, I like that. And it is more than just an annoyance, too, because there are some foods that can be toxic to dogs.
Right, right. We want to keep them safe and not get sick, because the emergency vet is expensive. So xylitol is a big one. Sugar-free foods is where you find that one, or sometimes in peanut butters. Fatty foods, macadamia nuts. I hadn't thought about that one in a while. Chocolate, of course, onions.
And onions can be in almost everything. Talk about Thanksgiving dishes.
Right, right.
Okay, and a few others, avocados, grapes, and raisins. Raisins could also be in a lot of Thanksgiving foods. And Missy, you're going to put this full list up and why these things are toxic on your Facebook page.
Yeah, they can check our Facebook page for updates and different ways that you can put your dog in places so they stay out of your hair.
Okay, so find Sidekick Dog Training on Facebook. Misty and Kyle, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Okay, and happy Thanksgiving. We won't see you till
absolutely.
after. Okay, we have the top 3 things you need to know when you're just waking up, including a record-breaking cold Tuesday to start your day.
Now weather with meteorologist Elisa Raffa.
If you're just waking up with us, we've got a slick and record cold start this morning. We stay near record cold as we head through the day today. It is 10 degrees in Springfield right now, 9 in Rolla, 14 in West Plains, 11 in Joplin, and 9 in Monette. We have shattered records in Rolla. We've broken records in West Plains, tied in Joplin so far, and we're getting close in Springfield. So again, a record cold start. Add in the wind, it feels like -1 in Springfield right now, -4 in Rolla, and -2 in Fort Leonard Wood, so sub-zero feel. Make sure you bundle up. In wind chills this cold, you can get frostbite in 30 minutes or less. Cover your ears, nose, fingers, and toes. We could stay slick today because temperatures stay below freezing. Lauren?
And here's your top 3 stories if you're just waking up. Almost 70 vehicle accident calls were made to Springfield police last night. That's our top story this morning as we check in with Hannah Zettel, who is bundled up for a Color 10 live drive. Hannah, what are you seeing out there?
Well, good morning. We are just outside of the Nixa city limits here near Highway AA, and I can tell you that since we've been in the Nixa area, it is actually the least treated roads that we have been on this morning. In the Springfield area, those are clear, but again, as you enter these more residential side street roads, they are not as clear. Excuse me, and MoDOT has actually updated their traveler's map, and it seems a little bit more like it now. Most of those highways have been changed to mostly clear, and that is true. But nonetheless, you do want to take it slow this morning because your driveway could be slick, your side streets are slick. You definitely want to take it slow, warm up your car, scrape your car, look out for MoDOT for those remaining vehicles that are still on the road. They're dropping salt or even plowing. You don't want to get too close to those. You don't want to pass those too fast. And, you know, it's a good reminder to make sure you've got your emergency kit on hand. It is very cold this morning, and so if you ever did find yourself in a sticky situation, you would definitely want that on hand. From the Color 10 Live Drive, Hannah Zettel, Ozarks First.
And as a result of those slick roads Hannah was showing us, there are more than 100 school closings in our area. Several schools canceled include Springfield, Ozark, Nixa, where Hannah was, Republic, Rogersville also closed today. You can check on closings anytime by going to ozarksfirst.com. This is our website, going to the weather tab, and then clicking on school closings. Nationally for you, the White House is bracing for the start of the next phase of the House impeachment inquiry. After observing Veterans Day in New York City, the president again denounced the inquiry as a hoax. 3 more transcripts were made public yesterday. The testimony shows even the Pentagon didn't know why the White House had stopped sending military aid to Ukraine. The first public hearing will be held tomorrow.
All right, thank you, Lauren, for the top 3. One other note that we need to tell you that you may have missed overnight, or that's late breaking this morning, really. Former President Jimmy Carter has been hospitalized in Atlanta at Emory University Hospital early this morning. He's there for a procedure to relieve pressure on his brain caused by bleeding due to his recent falls that he's taken. Want you to tune in to CBS This Morning for more details on that after daybreak. Let's move on to how the markets closed for you yesterday. The Nikkei finished up 188 points. The Dow finished up 10 points, while the Nasdaq finished down 11. Stay with us. More Daybreak is back in just a few minutes.
Now, forecast first on Color 10 News Ozarks First.
Good morning. If you're just waking up with us, our winter weather yesterday and brutal cold this morning is giving way to lots of school closings at the bottom of your screen. That does include Springfield. The full list on ozarksfirst.com. We got an inch of snow in Lincoln yesterday. Christy Ross sent in this picture, and that snow came on top of a glaze of ice that came down first with sleet and freezing rain. That was common across many of the parts of the area. When it's not on the roads, it looks pretty, I think, in the trees and the leaves, right? If it could only snow there, look really pretty in this garden here in Bolivar. So again, we had that coating yesterday, and it's been incredibly cold since then. So bridges, overpasses, sidewalks are still icy. Anything untreated will be slick. Take it slow. You need extra time to warm up and de-ice the car. And then it is brutally cold. Bundle up. Wind chills are dipping below zero this morning. Sun is starting to come up in Springfield. It is 10 degrees out there right now, just 1 degree shy of a record. It is north wind at 7 miles per hour. Temperatures have tumbled 30 to 40 degrees from where they were yesterday. It is 7 in Lake of the Ozarks, 9 in Fort Leonard Wood, 11 in Mountain Grove, and 10 in Branson. It's 9 in Rolla, and that's been our biggest record so far this morning. The previous record was 16 degrees, so we broke it by a lot. We also already broke a record in West Plains. We have so far tied in Joplin. And again, we're on record watch to see if we can dip just 1 more degree to tie in Springfield. North winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour put chills this morning below zero. It feels like -1 in Springfield, -4 in Rolla, and -5 in Mountain Grove. At least we're not alone, right? Wind chills are tumbling across much of the U.S. this morning, well below zero to our north, even in the single digits to our south. And that Arctic air just gripping much of the U.S. this morning with temperatures tumbling by 40 degrees everywhere. We've got an Arctic high in play, and that's what's sending these temperatures well below freezing for much of the U.S. this morning. It's just pulling in and spilling in this frigid cold air on the front side of that high. Our average for today, it is 59 degrees. We will get nowhere close, 27 for that high. So we'll stay below freezing, so I'm not confident that road conditions would get better. If anything is slick out there now, it won't have an opportunity to melt as we head through the day today, so keep that in mind. Sunshine, lots of it, but temperatures stuck in the upper 20s and lower 30s. We drop to 17 degrees under clear skies tonight, maybe a few more clouds tomorrow. Temperatures finally above average, above freezing, but below average in the middle 40s. Wind chills today will be in the 20s. Wind chills tonight dip into the single digits again, and then wind chills tomorrow will be in the 30s. So we start a warming trend tomorrow. We do get hit by another cool shot on Thursday, so we dip back down to 40. We come back a little bit, rewind, and then we resume the warm-up Friday, Saturday. Temperatures closer to 50 degrees. But that's still 10 degrees below average. Overnight lows will be cold again tomorrow in the teens, and then in the 20s through the rest of the week, still below the average of 38. 27 today, sub-freezing, sunshine on north winds. That high of 27 will be near a record cold high temperature of 21 degrees from 1911. 17 overnight feels like single digits. 45 tomorrow, starting to thaw out. At least, hey, we're above freezing. Temperatures in the 40s will be below average through the rest of the work week.
We got some headlines coming up next. Alternative ways to pay someone.
Yeah, and this university has made a lot of students happy by doing so.
Okay, we'll tell you how they're getting paid up next. Welcome back to Daybreak this morning. People in St. Louis and Kansas City are excited after seeing shooting stars overnight. This first headline comes from CBS News, which tweeted out meteor streaks across the sky over St. Louis. And so it's a possible meteor shower that happened and was caught on camera in multiple places. So let's look at the video. This is it going over the St. Louis Arch.
That is huge.
Lighting up the sky. Yeah, we're going to watch it one more time, then I want to show you. It was also caught on someone's Nest Cam.
Oh,
that's this footage. You can see they got some winter weather. It looks
like it's going in your yard.
Yeah, that's toward the upper left.
Right.
And then someone in Kansas City driving also caught it on camera toward the middle of your screen right here.
Yeah.
I have never seen anything like that in person. That
Me
is
neither.
insane.
And they got the snow and the ice yesterday as well. I was talking to my parents. They were sitting at home doing that. I don't know if they stayed up enough, though, to watch the meteors, though. Come in, right?
They're probably in bed.
Most people were. That's why I'm impressed that so many different, I guess the Nest Cam caught it, you know, so that the person probably wasn't awake then.
Right,
Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty lucky, though.
That is cool. You know, Mercury also passed the sun, I think it was last
I
night.
saw that.
too.
That was really rare to happen or something?
Yeah, I know it was rare, and I think it happened last night. So, yeah, lots of cool things going up in space.
Yeah, very nice.
If you saw it in person, hopefully you made a serious wish, because that's got to be good luck.
Yeah.
That is very true. Great luck. And I saw so many people talking about it. I didn't see the video till just now. That's why I think that's so impressive. So very nice. All right, up next, we're going up to Alaska, all right? The AP is saying that the University of Alaska Anchorage, look what they're doing here, taking peanut butter and jelly as payment from people who owe parking fines as a way to feed hungry students.
Aww.
What do you think about that?
That's really sweet. How many do they have to pay?
Limited time that they did this. Anyone with unpaid fines at UAA has the option to reduce the cover of the cost of their ticket with peanut butter and jelly. So there you go. And it wasn't just the sandwich. It was, you know, donate jars of jelly, donate jars of peanut butter. So it was just to help fight student hunger just around the area right there.
That is a big issue, you know, because student debt's a real deal, and they're not at home. You know, that is a problem. And peanut butter and jelly is awesome.
It is the classic. I had that for lunch every day as a kid at school.
Should I spark the debate? Creamy peanut butter or crunchy?
On peanut butter and jelly, creamy.
Creamy.
Crunchy.
Oh, boy. We're going to fight again this morning?
But
Grape or strawberry
this
jelly?
is where we're going to fight. Strawberry.
Grape, for sure.
Strawberry.
Grape. Weigh in. Let us know what's going on, all right? All right, that's a quick look at your headlines. We got to get back to our live drive this morning and watch out those roads as the sun is on the way up this morning. Stay with us. Daybreak in 10 is next. Welcome back, everyone. It's time for Daybreak in 10 on Color 10.
You know that means we'll be on the air commercial-free for the next 10 minutes, giving you all the weather and road coverage you need to start your morning. Let's do that by checking in with meteorologist Elisa Rafa.
Good morning, guys. It is frigid cold out there this morning. The sun is up and shining, but it is only 10 degrees in Springfield right now. North winds at 7 miles per hour. With the temperatures so cold, even though it's not raining or snowing right now, bridges, overpasses, and sidewalks are still icy. Anything untreated will be slick. Take it slow out there. You need to warm up and de-ice the car, and it is brutally cold. Bundle up. It is 9 degrees in Rolla, 7 in Lake of the Ozarks, 10 in Ava, and 10 in Branson this morning. These temperatures have broken records already. We shattered the record in Rolla. The previous was 16 degrees, and we dropped to 9 so far this morning. We broke it in West Plains, tied in Joplin so far, and we are 1 degree shy in Springfield. Wind chills are below 0 in spots. It feels like -1 in Springfield, -4 in Rolla, and -2 in Fort Leonard Wood. Frostbite can occur in 30 minutes or less in this type of cold. Make sure you cover your extremities, especially fingers, ears, nose, and toes. We've got slick conditions that I think could hang around today because temperatures will stay below freezing all day. 27 degrees for that high. We drop to 17 tonight, 45 tomorrow with mostly sunny skies. We'll stay with those wind chills in the 20s today. Wind chills dip into the single digits again tonight, and then those wind chills will be in the 30s tomorrow. So, again, another frigid start tomorrow in the teens, but then we start to thaw out with sunshine tomorrow, 45 degrees. Another cool shot with north winds reinforcing some of that chilliness on Thursday, 40 degrees there. Then we get closer to 50 degrees by Friday and Saturday. That's still below average. Joe, Lauren.
So again, as Elisa said, very cold today, but can't forget about that snow and ice that we had yesterday. It's going to be tough on those roads.
Almost 70 vehicle accident calls were made to Springfield police between 3 and 9 p.m. yesterday. Our Hannah Zettel has been out all morning on a Color 10 Live Drive checking road conditions. Hannah, what are you seeing?
Well, good morning. The sun has finally come up here in the Nixa area, and I have to tell you, this is definitely the area that you might want to watch out for this morning because the roads still need to be treated in some parts. You can see here that slick, icy road that we are on right now. I will tell you a couple times, braking to a stop near stoplights and things like that, you can slip and slide a little bit. So that will be the same case for you this morning waking up. So that is a good reminder, too, not to follow too closely to the car ahead of you because the faster you hit that brake, the more likely it is that you could skid and maybe get into an accident. We don't want that. Taking a look at your MoDOT Travelers map, they have updated that to mostly clear. So take your time still nonetheless, especially as you are getting into your car. It's a good reminder to walk slowly on your sidewalks or driveway because that could be very slippery too, especially if you yourself haven't treated it yet this morning. But it's no wonder that a lot of these schools are out this morning because you can see that the roads are not in the best of shape this morning. But again, just take it slow, check out your car, make sure that you have your emergency kit just in case you should need that one day. It is very cold today, so if you ever did get into a situation where you would need that, you would definitely want an extra blanket, water, gloves, maybe a car phone charger so that you can call for help if you ever need it. But again, take it slow this morning, watch your following distance, watch your speed, watch out for MoDOT vehicles, and just stay safe out there this morning. From the Color 10 Live Drive, Hannah Zettel, Ozarks First.
And of course, we're trying to take care of you with plenty of resources for this winter weather. If you go to ozarksfirst.com, the story How to Stay Ahead of the Winter Season has a list of things you can do to make sure you're ready to face these cold temperatures. Also, you'll find some links on how to prep your home for the cold. And of course, be in the know of what's happening with these school closings. Several schools have already canceled for today, including Springfield High, the Ozark District, Nixa, and Republic also closed. They're on the bottom of your screen right now and always on our website. And also, be sure to download our Color 10 weather app. You'll have hour-by-hour forecast there. We have road conditions for you and radar all right to your smartphone.
And as we face temperatures that are record-breaking in some places, feel like negative in others, it's important to provide shelter for those who have nowhere to go. The Connecting Grounds Church helps provide people with a way to escape the cold during the day. This church is located on the corner of National and Commercial near Save-A-Lot. Pastor Christy Love says the church serves as a pickup location on days the cold weather shelters are open. Love says anyone is welcome to come inside on those days to escape the chilly weather. She adds that while you're there, someone from the church will arrange help for transportation to one of the overnight shelters.
This is the kind of weather that can get people very, very sick very quickly, and especially with such dramatic changes in temperatures, it can really catch a lot of our unsheltered friends off guard, which can be really dangerous. So having a place that they can come in, they can get warm, they can get dry, they can get some food, making sure that people can see them and know that they're okay, those are all really critical elements to making sure that this population survives the winter.
Other places offering shelter from the cold are Grace United Methodist Church, that's for women 18 and over, and East Sunshine Church of Christ for men 18 and up.
In some more local news, if you are grieving, you know that it doesn't get better during the holidays. That's why a local grief center is hosting a Holidays in Grief workshop this evening. The workshop will be held at Lost and Found Grief Center on South Glenstone from 6:30 to 8. Participants will learn ways to adjust traditions to reduce holiday demands, and will explore ways to honor the memory of the people you know and love who may have died, to do that during the holidays. Each person will have the opportunity to make a commemorative ornament to take home as well.
Also a story as we put crime in focus. The trial for a Lebanon man charged with murder is set to begin today in Laclede County. 26-year-old Kevin Caden is accused of killing 27-year-old Lakita Williams last year. The victim was found with her arms bound behind her back and her throat cut. Caden became a person of interest due to a criminal history with the victim and was charged after lab testing was done on items found at the crime scene.
And a teenager accused of making a terrorist threat toward Monette High School earlier this year is expected in court today. 18-year-old Alejandro Gonzalez is scheduled to either make a plea deal this morning or have his trial scheduled. He was arrested and charged after allegedly making the school threat on social media. The high school was placed on lockdown for about an hour. When Gonzalez was arrested, he had a weapon, knuckles, and spent ammunition.
Some good news for you this morning. About 50,000 people on the autism spectrum will graduate high school annually, and many of them will be looking for jobs. A lot of current workforce environments have yet to develop ways to include autistic employees, though. But yesterday afternoon, a little boy worked at Wendy's to encourage more businesses to hire people with special abilities. That little boy is Eric Johnson. He's a first grader with autism and says it is his lifelong dream to become a Wendy's manager.
It's not Eric's job to change who he is so that he fits in completely with the workplace. It's our job as neurotypical individuals to learn how to include them in our workplace.
So that snow made it tough to get out yesterday. Eric did serve several customers, though, through the drive-thru and up at the counter as well.
And we want to tell you about a few trends happening this morning. Disney Plus is live.
Everyone's talking about it right
today's
now.
the day.
It launched just past midnight, and that's all Twitter is about at the moment.
I have seen some people complaining that they've gotten an unable to connect error message.
I've seen some of those, and some people are making their little playlists, and there's been a few of those. It's a launch. These things are expected, aren't they?
Doesn't the new Lady and the Tramp come out with this launch?
Yes,
They'll have live-action ones
right.
with the
That's
shelter dogs.
one of the movies. They got the exclusive content, the Star Wars show, Mandalorian. That pilot episode's out as well.
I'm interested to see a lot of people saying they don't need another streaming service, but is that true? Will they sign up?
But it's only $10, and this one's only $10, and that one's only $10.
But will they give in? They might.
And it's that whole Disney archive. Everyone loves that.
We also need to let you know about a meteor shower that was caught on camera over Missouri overnight. Jeremy Rabe texted me and said he actually saw this on his way from Joplin to Springfield.
Oh, whoa.
So he was traveling. This, of course, is in St. Louis by the Arch. It was also caught on camera in Kansas City.
Yeah, various spottings throughout Missouri is really interesting to see.
I wonder if it landed and if they found it. You know, that would be like a huge rock from outer space that will be in someone's yard. So we'll have to see today if someone found it.
Maybe now that the sun's up,
This is a follow-up for sure, guys. I want to get on this. I'm excited about that. But our main story today is those school closings. They'll still be on the bottom of your screen, so watch that today. And then, of course, just try to stay warm and really stay off those roads, too.
Extra hot coffee today. It's going to stay below freezing all day, 27 degrees for that high temperature. That could break a record. We've had record cold lows this morning. Again, sub-zero real feels as you head out the door, so bundle up. It is cold.
It is, everyone. Bundle up for sure and be safe out there. Thanks so much for starting your Tuesday morning with us on Daybreak.